Hi, stamping friends. I'm so excited for tonight. It's 1 minute before 6:30, so we're just gonna hang on for a moment. Checking everything here, making sure you can hear me. I'll probably say a few things here at the beginning more than once as people begin to get connected and get all set with us tonight. I know I had a couple of people who were frantically checking in a little while ago about what time, how to find my page. All right, let's see. Sorry, it's wiggling. I'm just doing some fine tuning here. Yes, I'm so excited. Refresh my own page. And here in just a minute, I'm going to be asking you guys to say hello, to type something in the comment box. That way I will have an idea who is watching and where you're from. So just sit tight for a couple more minutes, not even that long, a couple more seconds, and then we're going to jump in and get started. All right, so it is 6:30. Welcome, welcome. This is Julie Baum on Facebook Live, and we are at Stamp and Bingo Night. It's so much fun. Evelyn, hi, Evelyn from Massachusetts. So great. Okay, Laura's here. Patsy's here. Stephanie, I know. I love this set too. And for those of you who haven't worked with this set, all right. I know a few people are still working on getting signed in. There's Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl. There's Deidre. Hi, Deidre. We have some returning people tonight. Some of you stamped and played bingo last month when it was the very first one. And we had so much fun. So I know many of you are back for a second time. And then we have some new people who registered. They either had to miss last month or they just didn't know about it yet. So we are going to have a great group tonight. All right, so if you're just getting in, please go ahead and type something in the comment box, in the chat box. Say hello, let us know where you're from. I think that tonight we will have guests from California, Idaho, Texas, Massachusetts. I'm not sure about Arizona. So I think that's so exciting. All right. We're going to be doing 3 cards tonight and 3 games of bingo. All of you got either a text or an instant message from me confirming the numbers, and nobody got back to me that there were any errors, so we should be all good on numbers. I have this propped up. I wanted you to see the set we're using tonight, because when it's flat you get a terrible glare from my lights, and so I kind of just have it sitting up like this, but we're gonna get busy here in a minute. All right, I want to make a couple of announcements this evening too, especially as we're getting started here. So there's a couple things that I'm going to tell you. I'm also going to bring kind of a cheat sheet into the screen here in just a second. I'm just checking my chat box. Sheila's here. Hi, Sheila. Sheila, what state are you in? I think you're in Massachusetts. I know Evelyn is. But tell us where you're from. Did anybody have a crazy day today? Oh my goodness. I was kind of thinking at one point, why did we plan Stampin' Bingo in December? Like, things are crazy. But hopefully you're just taking a breather. You have a little something to sip on, maybe a snack, maybe some chocolate. I have my, I'm going to move this out of the way. I have my sipper here. Let me see. I'm going to try to tip it so you can see it. This is it's my tall sipper, like for water or other beverages. This is made by the company that my daughters run. It's called Sorel Sips. And this is my Christmas one. It says Jingle All the Way, and it has bells on it, and it lights up. Oh my gosh, it's so fantastic. So that's what I'm going to be sipping from tonight. If you have questions about my tumbler, be sure and let me know too. And there's a couple things. Sheila, I know Evelyn is your mom, but I wasn't sure if you also live in Massachusetts or not, or if you lived somewhere else. So hi, welcome Massachusetts. All right, so let me put this into view for you. Here's a couple of announcements, all right? So I have my site here. Ooh, this is kind of busy paper, huh? That'll be okay. I have my website here in case you need to go there. This is where you would place any product orders that you want to do. And when you are placing an order at my store, it will eventually take you to the checkout screen. And when you get to the checkout screen, there will be an opportunity to enter a host code. And so this right here is the host code. So you just type that in the little box, and that connects these orders from Stampin' Bingo Night together. And anytime you order from my site, you will automatically get your items shipped straight to you. Here is, let me know from the chat. Taja's here. Hi, Taja. Give me a couple comments because I am watching on my laptop and it keeps freezing. So I want to make sure that you guys are hearing me and that the live is working just fine. And if that's the case, I'm not going to worry so much about what I'm seeing. I'm going to refresh my page one more time. You might have to do that as well. All right. This is the little cheat sheet that we're talking about. And if you need to take a screenshot of this, I don't blame you because it's a lot of information. So it has my website on there, the current host code that you'll use at checkout. I wanted to let you know that tonight's stamp set that we're using, this is the number 152507. It's called Nothing's Better Than. This is the stamp set. And if you are new to stamping and you don't have stamps yet, this is going to be the first set that you purchase. You will also need to purchase at least one acrylic block. One block will do it just fine. This is a D block. So if you have no stamping supplies and after tonight you decide that you want to have this stamp set, you will need a D block. So you can add that to your order as well. And then we're going to be using the coordinating dies. There's only a couple of them here because I've pulled them out, the ones that we're going to use. But these are the dies that we're going to use so that we can cut our shapes out. And I want to let you know, especially you beginners, if you don't have the die cutting machine yet, that is totally fine. I'm going to try to remember to give you verbal cues tonight of how you would do the projects without a die cutting machine, okay? And you can ask questions too, and I'll try to see those as they come in. All right, then another thing I wanted to show you, I'm going to bring this back a couple times during the night, so don't panic if you're missing it. But there's free shipping offered by Stampin' Up tomorrow only. It's a one-day special. So it's on $50 or more, orders that are $50 or more, and that's your subtotal. So before tax and shipping, if you have things in your cart that hit $50 or more, it will apply for free shipping. So if tonight you're super excited and there's some things that you want to get, place your order tomorrow at my website because then you'll get free shipping, and that's a really good deal. And then of course you can always email me with any questions. I also have a complete list of all the products that we used tonight. You can send a request for that list and I'll email it to you. And as always, if you have any trouble with anything or placing your order, I can help you. So I'm going to come back and probably review those things again midway through, but let's get started on our first card. Now, a bunch of you went ahead and either qualified for the free packet, or I want to let you know that my team members, those who are demonstrators underneath me on my team, they were able to purchase a packet from me for only $5. It's one of the many, many, many perks of being a demonstrator. But you'll want to go ahead and grab your packet so you have it handy. If you are just watching tonight, that's totally fine. You're going to learn a lot, and perhaps next time, before the next Stamp and Bingo night, you may want to consider qualifying for a free packet so you can stamp along with us. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to start with a piece of cardstock. This is actually our basic white thick cardstock. So if you have a packet and you've got your cardstock, you can tell that it's a little bit heavier than our typical cardstock. So we have a regular weight and a thick weight. If I'm ever doing a white card base, I like to use the thick. So that's what we're using tonight. It's 5.5 by 8.5, and it's been scored down the middle at 4 1/4 to make a nice crease. And I'm just going to press that crease flat. This is a little tool we use all the time. This is called a bone folder. All right, so I've got my cardstock and it is prepared. I am going to set it aside, and we're going to do a little bit of die cutting right now to get all of our pieces ready for the card. So I have in front of me tonight my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Hi Cecilia, welcome. She says, I was in the wrong place. Okay, well you're in the right place now. Perfect. All right, just checking my chat box. Okay, you guys are awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me see. I was just checking to see if there was any questions that I had missed. All right, tonight I'm using my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. This is the smallest of the two machines. I mostly use my larger one just because it's larger and I can cut multiple things at once. But this is a great choice. It's half the price of the large machine, and it will do most of your cutting needs. Not all, but most. And so the first thing I'm going to do is take a piece of early espresso cardstock, and I have this scalloped oval. This is actually from a retired set of dies, the layering ovals. But if you have this already, you can use it. If you don't, you can either cut an oval or just cut a rectangle. That'll be totally fine for the card that we're making. So I'm sandwiching it in here, and I'm going to run it through my machine so we can get this great oval. All right, so once I take this apart there, I've got my beautiful oval, cute scalloped edge. This is Early Espresso is the name of that color. Then I'm going to take a piece of basic white cardstock and a different die. This also is an oval, but this is a stitched oval, and this is from the set of dies called Stitched Shapes, which was a huge, huge hit when it was available. Also, though, if you don't have this one, all you need to do is cut a smaller shape than your dark brown one, the Early Espresso, because this one is going to layer inside. For those of you who have a packet, these dies were pre-cut for you. So you can go ahead and pull those out of your package. We're going to be using those on this first card. All right, we're going to do one more die cut before we do any stamping. So I have just a scrap of Early Espresso cardstock, and I'm going to use one of the dies that coordinates with our stamp set tonight, and this is the one that is going to cut out the word coffee. The stamp set that we're using tonight is called Nothing's Better Than. The coordinating dies are called Love You More. Love You More. Love You More Than is the name of the coordinating dies. Now, if you get the stamp set but you do not purchase the dies because you don't have a die cutting machine, you could, when you see the finished card, you could just stamp the word coffee on the card, but this is just so cute. We're gonna have ours cut out. All right, so there's my little scripty coffee word. Get that little edge out. Ah, so cute. And one reason that I like to talk about this set is it's so versatile. With this one stamp set, you can do birthday cards and thank you cards and maybe a little party invitation for a gathering or get together. You can do so much because it is, it's generic enough that it's just cute, and then all you would have to do is like say happy birthday or say thank you. But the images are so cute, you can do a lot with this. All right, so we've got several pieces cut out. What I'm gonna do is go ahead and do some stamping. So I have a scrap here of our basic white cardstock. And we're gonna stamp a couple of cups. If you're stamping along with me, you need to go ahead and grab the outline stamp of the coffee mug. Antoinette, hi, you're here. Okay, and Rochelle and Nikki, awesome. I think Nikki is your sister. Welcome, welcome. Antoinette, I know you're from Texas. Is that where your mom is from too? And if you're stamping along with me, you're also going to grab the image that is the center of the coffee cup. All right, so I have my early espresso ink pad, and to get started, I'm going to ink this up. I'm going to show you an extra little accessory. This is a super cheap accessory that we sell in the back of the catalog. It's actually on page 145. It's called the Stampin Pierce Mat. And all this does is it gives you a little bit of cushion, because the stamps that we're using tonight are the style that are made from photopolymer. So if you're familiar at all, or if you're not, I'm teaching you right now about rubber stamps. Usually, or often, they are red rubber, and then there's a layer of foam in between that creates a little cushion in there. The photopolymer stamps do not have that cushion, and so sometimes if you're stamping on a hard surface, you don't get as clean of an image as you would like. And so the Stampin Pierce Mat totally corrects that. If you don't have a Stampin Pierce Mat and you're wanting to stamp with your photopolymer stamps, just take a couple pieces of paper, like copy paper, and stack them up. Just get something a little squishy, almost like an old desk blotter, and put that under your paper. That's a good way to get by until you get a Stampin Pierce Mat. So I'm inking up my stamp, and I'm going to put one coffee mug on here. I'm going to put a second one. I'm going to turn this only because I'm going to be die cutting, and I'm trying to leave a little bit of space so I can die cut these. And I need some more. Okay, here's another scrap. All right, so we have 3 of the coffee mugs. Some of you who are watching have been to my free coffee and cards class on a Saturday, and you got to stamp with this stamp when you came to class. So I'm super happy that you're getting to see it used again with some different projects. This time I'm grabbing Blushing Bride ink pad, and I'm going to stamp the center of these cups. And watch how fun this is, because it's just going to fill in the center. I'm going to try to not get my head in the way. Usually I would like lean over so I can see what I'm doing. You can actually see down through the stamp to see where you're stamping. Oh, that's totally fine. Also, let me tell you, if you're stamping at home with your Blushing Bride ink, it looks like a funky color at first. It's kind of a brownish pink. It does lighten as it dries. So don't be weirded out. It's going to look great. And also, if you're stamping along with me and you don't have Blushing Bride, that color, you can substitute a different color. At the end of the card tutorial, I'm going to show you this exact same card but stamped with polished pink in the middle instead. All right, so what I'm going to do is cut these out now. There's this coffee cup die. So I'm going to run the first one through my machine just to give you an example, once again, of the process of cutting something out. So you've got your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Hi, Judy. Welcome. Oh, and my daughter Janae is here. Welcome. Awesome, you guys. Thank you. Thank you for being here. All right, for your mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, you're going to start with a number 1 plate, and then you need 2 number 2 plates. So I'm going to sandwich my paper and my die in between the number 2 plates. So I'm just lining this up. I'm going to cover it and feed it through. Now we're going to do this 3 times. So if you're stamping at home, go ahead and completely stamp all 3 cards and go ahead and cut all 3 of them out. I have done a few of these ahead of time to save a little bit of time on my end, especially since I'm doing announcements and doing some of the teaching in between. All right, so there's one of our 3 coffee cups, and I'm going to pull my other ones out that I've already done. So at this point, you can see this ink has dried, and you can see it lightens up a little bit. All right, so you need your 3 cups, and you've got your ovals and your little coffee die cut. All right, so we're going to keep stamping. Go ahead and take your oval, and we're going to stamp now with the words that say, today's plan, consume. So we're going to use our Blushing Bride ink to do this. All right, you want to ink up your stamp. And I'm actually going to do a practice stamp on this, which is very common. And I do teach all of my stamp customers to do the same. Is often you want to test, especially if it's a new stamp for you, just test it on some scratch paper. All right, once you're happy with it, move on, go for it. Okay, so I have got today's plan, consume, that is getting stamped right at the top of this oval. If you're stamping with me, go ahead and stamp it. If you mess it up, flip your oval over and stamp on the other side. It's so great that paper has 2 sides. All right, then we're going to grab the words that say, and be awesome. So we're going to leave a blank here in the middle. I'll show you what's going to happen. This is going to come in the middle. Okay, so go ahead and get your stamp that says, and be awesome. And we're going to stamp it at the very bottom of this oval. I moved my Stampin Pierce Mat out of the way, although I got images that are just fine, so I'm super happy with that. All right, now there's a stamp in this set, and I call it a twinkle. I suppose it's a little star. It could be a sparkle, but I like the word twinkle. So what we're going to do is just add a couple. We're going to add some twinkles. I want the other color though. So back to early espresso. All right, and maybe one over here and one over here. There's just something about this sparkle that kind of gives it that whimsy look. It's so cute. I'm going to leave this area open, and you'll see why when we put our card together. All right, so this piece is finished, and we've got our die cuts. Now let's go back to the card base, and we're going to stamp the word coffee. I'm looking for my coffee stamp. You know, as hard as I try to be prepared, and boy, was I prepared early this time. We had some travel that we did the last couple of weeks. So I have been ready for Stampin' Bingo night for weeks. But here at the last minute, I needed to grab this. Okay, so back to Early Espresso. This whole card is being done with Early Espresso and Blushing Bride. And I'm picking up my ink. I am going to bring my pad back in here. And as I mentioned, I'm going to do a practice stamp on a piece of scratch paper. I am kind of not happy with my Early Espresso pad right now. It actually needs to be re-inked. So I can tell that it's a little bit lighter than I would appreciate, but I don't want to take the time to re-ink it tonight. So I'm going to find places on my ink pad that might be a little bit darker. All right, so coffee is going to go on the front of your card base in all different spots. I'm going to even put this over here because I want to stamp off the edge. See how I did that? Your paper will look fuller if you have some of your images that go off the edge. All right, so coffee is going all over this in a random pattern in your Early Espresso color. All right, now in the chat box, hi Christine, welcome. Oh, so nice to see you or have you. Listen, in the chat box, ladies, go ahead and let me know if you are just watching or if you're stamping along with me or creating, because if you got a packet, some of your pieces were prepared for you, but you're still having to do the creating. So go ahead and let me know who is just watching and who is stamping. All right, with Blushing Bride, we're going to go back to that cup stamp. Earlier I used this in Early Espresso, so I want to make sure that I clean my stamp. So I'm reaching just probably out of the camera shot. I'm using my Simply Chamois, which has been, I got this wet earlier, so this is nice and wet, and I'm cleaning my stamps on my Simply Chamois. And now I can use the Blushing Bride color. Now you're just going to fill in with coffee cups. There's something about brown and pink that just kind of goes with coffee and bakery, and I think it's because of growing up with Baskin Robbins, and their logo has always been brown, white, and pink. So I don't know about you. Do you think about treats? All right. Janae is watching and stamping along. Cheryl, you're watching tonight. You have been busy. You've had classes of your own this week. Awesome. All right. So you've about filled the front of your card now with just random stamping. And before we call this complete, let's put some sparkles in and around this piece as well. All right. So a sparkle or a splatter stamp, any of these little accents are really nice because they kind of fill in where maybe it wasn't enough space to put an extra stamp, but you might feel like it looks kind of empty. Then that's right where your little accent stamp can go. All right, sometimes less is more. So I'm going to stop with that. And now we are going to put our card together. All right, in review, that was Early Espresso and Blushing Bride for the whole card. Those are the ink colors. And then we used Early Espresso cardstock as well, and white. All right, so let's grab some adhesive. You can grab whatever one that you like to use. It doesn't matter in this case. I'm going to use my liquid glue and just put a squiggle on the back of my white oval and line it up and attach it to my brown scalloped oval. Okay, as I am known to do, I'm going to flip that over and press it. That way, if I have ink or oil or anything else on my fingers, I didn't just smear all over that white, clean white cardstock. So press that down. Then we're going to take some dimensionals. What dimensionals are like foam dots. Let's see. Okay. I have some white dimensionals on order. And so tonight I'm using black dimensionals. In your packet, you might have white ones or black ones. So what I'm going to do is flip this over and go ahead and use 4 of your dimensionals, 1 on each end and 1 in each center, just kind of going around like that. All right. Peel the backing off of those. All right, so these, like I said, these are black dimensionals, which are really good if you're using dark paper, which we are, or especially if you're using black paper. The white dimensionals are the ones I probably use 75 or 80% of the time, but when you need black, you'll be happy to have them. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and attach this to the front of the card, not quite in the center. I'm going to come down a little bit, stick that on like so. And let's get our coffee cut out that we prepared. And I'm going to put a little bit of liquid glue on the back of this. This is a little tricky. We also sell what's called fine tip glue, which is an even smaller applicator tip. But most of the time I'm just reaching for this one. So I've kind of learned to make do. So you just want the tiniest little dots, and you only need enough on here that it's going to stick to the paper, so you don't need a lot. All right, so a couple dots. Tweezers would come in handy right about now. Okay. Then you're going to take your little coffee die cut and put it right in the middle, in that little space that you left. Cute. Now, as I said, if you were trying to do this same card design, but you do not have the die cuts, you could just stamp the word coffee. It's a little bit smaller. Well, you saw it here, but it would work. This just is extra nice. It's got the extra dimension. There's something about cutouts that are so special, but it would totally work. All right, and then the last thing we're going to do is do a little stack of our teacups or coffee cups. So I'm going to flip these over. And this time you could use your dimensionals that you have. If they're a little bit big for this project, you can cut them in half. And if you have any mini dimensionals handy, grab those. So these are the white dimensionals, but these are the minis. So I'm just going to grab this. All right, now I'm putting my dimensional on, this is flipped over. So I'm putting it on the left side. Hey, just to let you know, if anybody has just joined us in the last little while, go ahead and say hello. Let us know where you're watching from in the chat box. All right, so on these first two, I put my dimensional way over on the side, and this is why I did that. This is going to get stacked right on the edge of this piece, and this is already sticking up because we used the dimensionals on that. So I didn't want to put extra height to it. I only wanted to match the height of this. So I'm going to put this first one right there, and the second one right there. And then the third one is going to actually go right here. So it doesn't matter where you put your dimensional. You can put it right in the middle. All right, peel that backing off and let's put it right here. Kind of like a little tipsy stack of cups. And there we have our first card of the night. All right, if you are stamping along with me, and some of you told me that you are, let me know how it went. Let me know if you're catching up. All right, Deidre, I know you're watching tonight. Patsy's creating along with me. Laura is creating. Okay, so we've got some of both, some watchers and some makers. All right, there is our first card. And I'm going to set this aside and get ready for our first game of bingo. Let me clear some space here, because then we're going to jump right into our second card. Give a quick clean to all the stamps we just used. And if you're creating along with me and you're still finishing up, that's totally fine. This is a great time for you to catch up. And I also told you that I would show you this version. This one was made with polished pink. So a bright, funky pink instead of the softer pink. And that works too. I mean, this would work with any color. But I wanted to show you the soft pink and the bright pink. All right. Taja likes it. Thank you, Taja. Patsy's liking it. Okay. We've got that cleared out of the way. We're ready for the next one, but let's go ahead and start our first bingo. This is the way it works in case you're new tonight and you did not play along with us last month. I have all of the numbers in this little fabric bag from 1 to 25. Okay, they're all in here. So I'm going to shake these up and I'm going to pull a number. I'll put it out here so you can hear it and see it. And what I want you to do is when I call your number, if you have the number, one of the 5 that you selected, and I draw it from the bag, then in the little chat box, you are going to type B. So on the very first number that matches the number that you picked, then you're going to type B. Then we're going to continue, and if you and I match another number in the chat box, you're going to type BI. So don't give me just the I. It's faster for me to read as I'm looking at the comments if you put the B and the I. And then when you match a third number, you'll type in the box BIN and so forth. The first person who gets a bingo tonight is going to win this card kit. This is a kind of an all-occasion card kit. This one is called the Kerchief chart card kit, and there's everything inside this kit to make 8 cards. 4 that say celebrate today, 4 that say thinking of you, and everything that you need is included in here, from the die cuts to the papers to the sentiments to the twine to the dimensionals. It's all in there. So our first winner is going to get this complete card kit. All right, and here we go. The first number is 21. 21. All right, anybody have 21? I'm looking to see, make sure that I'm caught up with your comments. We've got 21. The second number is 15. We have 21 and 15. All right, so if you matched 21 or 15, if you're matching one of these numbers, then type in the box B, like a capital B. Evelyn has a B. All right, there we go. 21, 15, and the next number is, Deidre, I see your comment that says I do. So if you match one of those, then just type in the chat comment B. Taja has a B. Deidre has a B. There we go, perfect. We've got a couple B's. Sheila has a B. Here's our next number, 25. All right, let's see if we get any BIs from that. We have lots of B's. Cecilia has a B. Sheila has a B. All right, our next number is 6. Number 6. All right, we've got a BI. We have a couple new B's. We have another BI. Excellent. Okay, moving on. We have number 13. Number 13. And I'm watching the comments. We have some more BIs. BI. Evelyn has BI. Deidre's in with BI. Janae has BI. Okay, we do. We have a handful of BIs. I'm watching if there's any Ns added. Hi, Ashley. Welcome. Oh, we have some BI in. Okay, we have a game, ladies. All right, next number is 24. Lots of high numbers, except for that little guy. Number 24. All right, we've got BIN, BIN. I don't see any G's yet, just BINs. Now, in the event that we have more than one bingos at the same time, I do have consolation prizes. I'm going to award the prize, the card kit, to the first one who types their bingo in once we check their numbers. But if somebody else gets it at the same time, I do have extra prizes. So you'll still want to let me know. Okay, we have BINs, but no bingos yet. All right, here's the next number. 19. Number 19. BIN. BIN. Let's see if we got any G's. All right. Evelyn has N. So we have BIN a couple times over. All right. I don't know if I've missed welcoming a few of you. So if I haven't acknowledged you, go ahead and type in the box that you're here and where you're playing or watching from. Here comes our next number. 7. Is 7 lucky? BIN, BIN. Okay, no winners yet. Lots of you are still in. Everybody's still in right now. BIN. All right. Here comes the next number. BIN. Lots of BINs. Hi, Sandy. I'm glad you're here. I'm sorry you don't have any numbers yet. How about 23? 23, anybody? We're getting close, but not there yet. 23. All right, our next number, I'm trying to go slow enough so that I see your comments. So type fast. We still have BINs. Number 5. Number 5. Okay, BIN, BIN. Taja has BING. Thank you, Janae. I did not see that. Taja, you have BING. All right. And if I don't say it, like, type it again in case I miss it. I'm doing a lot at once. Cecilia also has BING. Okay, here we go. This could do it. This could give somebody bingo. Number 4. Number 4. We have at least 2 BING. Taja, can you confirm that with me? Oh, I see it. Never mind. Don't type it again. I see it. BING. Okay, we have at least 2 BINGs. Stephanie says, well, at least I have a really cute coffee card. Deidre's in with BIN. Sandy got a B. Okay, lots of players. Here we go. The next number is 14. It's so funny. Sometimes it doesn't take a lot of numbers to get a bingo, and sometimes we pull almost all of them. Okay, 14. I'm also checking my list of numbers. Stephanie's in with a B. Okay. I'm going to pick another number because we don't have a bingo yet. We have BING a couple times over. Number 1. Anybody choose number 1? All right, BIN. All right, I'm shaking them up. I'm mixing them up. And I am pulling number 17. Number 17. We have another BING. We are so close by 3 or 4 people. BING. Some new BINs. It's so exciting. Okay, the next number, 8. Number 8. Oh, I see a bingo. Cecilia. Awesome. Cecilia has bingo. I'm going to wait for a minute and see if anybody else got a bingo. But Cecilia, you are the first one that I see here. Evelyn got another. She got her G. Okay, I'm just going to wait another moment. Cecilia has bingo. I'm going to check our numbers. So I have Cecilia down with 5, 7, 15, 17, and 23. There they are. Those are confirmed. These were the winning numbers for Cecilia. Congratulations, Cecilia. All right, I always make a note here. Reach for, so that I can be sure and send out the prizes. All right, congratulations, Cecilia. Now, while we are preparing for our second card, I want to ask for Nikki and Rochelle to both email me. I don't have your mailing addresses, and after Stampin' Bingo night, I send everybody a card. So here is my email address. So both Nikki and Rochelle, make sure you take my email address down and send me an email with your address so that I can send you a card to say thank you for playing Stampin' Bingo. And of course, if you become a big winner tonight, I'll need to mail you your prize as well. All right, everybody doing okay? I'm going to do a quick review of my announcements in case you missed them in the beginning. Tomorrow and tomorrow only is free shipping offer from Stampin' Up. Orders need to be $50 or more to qualify for the free shipping. And so you'll go to my store. Sorry, here was my email address. You guys are like, you're pointing to the wrong thing. This is my online store. So you'll go to my online store and place your order. And if it's $50 or more in the subtotal, so before tax and shipping, you'll qualify for free shipping. And you want to make sure you do that tomorrow. It's the only day of the special. Of course, you can order anytime, but free shipping is only tomorrow. At checkout, you want to use this host code. You'll enter that in the box, and that just associates your order with me and with our Stampin' Bingo night tonight. Okay, let me tell you of a couple other things that are coming up. I'm pulling out my stamps for the next card. And if you're stamping along at home, you need the packet with the red cardstock. Okay. All right, honestly, this is so fun. Okay, here we go with our second card. Things that are coming up. We have a free coffee and kits class. This is going to be at my house on Saturday, January 15th. What you need to do is order your kit. There's lots of different kits. You would order your kit at my online store, and you'll need to do that by January 1st. That ensures plenty of time so that you receive your card kit before the 15th. And then you'll show up at my house. Obviously, this is for locals. If you are going to participate in Coffee and Kit Day on January 15th from out of town, then I will provide an option for that. But for the locals, then you'll come to my house at 10 in the morning and I will help you complete your kits, especially if you're brand new. So that is coming up on the 15th. And then also the new catalog for January to June is coming. This begins January 4th. It has not gone live to the public, so I can't show you the inside. I will be putting some projects though on my YouTube channel so you can start to get a sneak peek of the lovely things that are in there. And also in January and February is a new session of Celebration. And if you've been around for any time at all, you know that Celebration is our promotion where you get to earn a free gift for $50 orders. So it's fun. Tomorrow is free shipping with $50. Coming January and February is a free gift. There are stamp sets for free, paper packets for free, all kinds of things. So these are things that are coming up. All right, for our next card, you're going to start with your real red cardstock. If you have a packet, you can pull it out. This started out also 8.5 by 5.5, and it's been scored down the center. So we've got a nice fold here at 4.25. Nice crisp fold. And we also have some die cutting to do. And let me see how we're doing on time. All right, in the interest of time, because I showed you how to do the die cutting earlier, I am going to use my pre-cut pieces. If you're stamping at home with me, you already have, if you have a packet, you already have this piece. If you are doing it all on your own, this rectangle is from Stitched So Sweetly. It's the second largest rectangle. And then we also have a white shape, and it is also from Stitched So Sweetly. So you have those, or if you are creating completely on your own, that is what you would need to be die cutting right now as I'm getting the other pieces ready to go. All right. Another piece that is going to get die cut is the word cookies. Okay, we had a coffee card, now we're going to do a cookie card. And so cookies is going to get die cut twice. Once out of a piece of early espresso cardstock and once out of a piece of real red cardstock. So your cookies die is going to go on there. You're going to run it through your die cut machine so that you end up with a early espresso cookies and a real red cookies. All right, now let me know in the comment box if you are trying to keep up and I'm going too fast. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep trucking along. All right, I'm going to take a scrap. This is a scrap of crumb cake and do some stamping on it. We're going to use that early espresso ink pad again. And this time the words, "You're just like." So with my early espresso ink and on that crumb cake scrap, you're just going to stamp. We're going to cut the edges so you can either stamp right in the middle or off to one side, but leave a little room because we are going to do some cutting. And I just totally wiggled right when I put my stamp down. So, well, it's not too bad. It was a little funky. I'm going to re-stamp it. I'm going to flip it over and redo it. This is so great because with stamping, you can almost always fix your boo-boos because we all make mistakes. All right, so I've just flipped mine over and re-stamped it right there. I don't know which one I like better, but we're going to go with this one. All right, then take your scrap. Go ahead and trim it down a teeny bit. Don't get too close to the words yet. Okay, just with some scissors, trim it down a small amount. So you've got, I don't know, anybody know measurements? You've got about a 2-inch long strip at this point. And then we did this last month, so you're going to get to do it again. We're going to make a little banner end in the edges of this. Gosh, my little paper is really struggling. There we go. So in order to do that and make it nice and straight, you take your scissors and you make a snip in the center. And then you're going to go from the corner to that little place where you nipped. And you're going to go from the other corner to the place where you snipped. And that will give you a nice even little banner end. And we're going to do that on both ends, both sides. So you get to do it twice tonight. So snip, go from the corner in and the corner in. If you've ever tried to do this shape just freehand, well, I can't do it. I can't say how you did, but I usually cut, and then it's not equal, and then I cut, and before long I have no paper left. So that was a good trick for me to learn a long time ago and share it with you. All right, and now we're going to do our stamping. So this time you're going to grab the cookie outline, which looks like this. Chocolate chip. A chocolate chip cookie, delicious. I would like one right now, please. And we're going to stamp cookies all over a white piece. You should have a white piece of cardstock. You'll have two. We're going to do the first one right now. And just like we did on the first card, we're going to do some random stamping. So I've got my early espresso ink, my cookie outline, and just going to go, oh my gosh, you just stamp, it looks like a Chips Ahoy. It totally looks like a Chips Ahoy. All right. You'll see as I'm doing this, and I recommend it, also turn your stamp different directions so that the bite isn't always out of the cookie to the right or to the left. So ink and stamp, rotate your stamp around. I'm stamping off the edge of the paper often, which makes your project actually look more complete. If you try to just stamp inside the borders, it doesn't look right. All right, so there's all my outlines. I'm going to put one more down here, just an edge of a cookie, because it looks a little blank right there. All right, so we've got that. Then we're going to go and take the center part of the cookie, and I have crumb cake ink now. This ink pad, that's the color, crumb cake. So this cardstock color was crumb cake. The ink pad is crumb cake. Stephanie's commenting, I love this banner trick. Oh, and keep going. Okay, so you guys are doing okay. You're keeping up. Awesome. Thank you, Sandy. She was commenting on my chocolate chip cookies. If I had extra time, I would get up and I would go get a cookie right now, but we're going to keep going. We'll have cookies later. All right, so take your crumb cake ink and the center of the cookie, and look, it's so cute. Okay, so go ahead, if you're stamping at home, and fill in all of your cookies. Okay, and I'm going to go on to speed mode here. So we're going to forgive me if mine aren't exactly perfect. And with sets like this, it doesn't even matter. It's like so often, close enough is good enough. All right, now besides these cookies on this front, this is going to be the front panel of our card. So besides that one, I also need one more cookie. I'm going to stamp this one on a scrap. So look in your packet. You should have just a smaller piece of white. And we need to put one cookie on there. That one is going to get die cut. And I do not have an extra one die cut. So I'm going to run this one through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and cut this one out. Let me find my cookie die. I start out all organized and everything's all neat, and then as the night goes on, everything just starts exploding. It gets all pushed out of view and everything becomes a mess, and it makes it really fun. Okay, here's my cookie on the scrap. I've got my cookie die. Line that up and run it through. If you're stamping at home with me and you already have your cookie cut out, keep your stamps handy because we're going to stamp one more cookie. All right, I'm going to ask you and remind you again, if you are new tonight and I haven't greeted you, say something in the comment box so that I know you're here. There's a couple of names of people who registered and I haven't seen them comment yet, so I'm hoping that they were able to make it and are just watching and creating quietly. All right, the other thing you're going to do is take your second white piece of cardstock. I said there were 2 in your packet. Oh, look it, I missed one of the cookies. I'm going to go back and fix that guy. And we're going to stamp a cookie on the inside. This piece is going to go on the inside of a card. So we're going to add a cookie on the inside as well. So maybe, it doesn't really matter your placement. Just pick a spot. If your packet did not include a stamped cookie on that, then I apologize. I may have just thought of it now to do it. And I'm going to go back and get this guy that I missed. Okay, so we have, okay, oh, excellent question. Janae's asking, oh, thank you, Ashley, you're answering for her. Do the stamps and the dies come bundled together? The way that Stampin' Up! Does is when they are first introduced, so the first time that they appear in a catalog, they will bundle them. And you get a 10% discount when you buy the bundle. As that same set and dies reappear in future catalogs, then they are no longer bundled. So it kind of gives you an incentive, if it's a set that you really think you're going to like and use a lot, to buy it when it's brand new, because then you save on the bundle price. So right now, this set was not brand new to the 2021-2022 catalog. So they are 2 separate numbers and they are 2 separate items. And then here's those item numbers again. The stamp set is 152507 and the dies that coordinate 152698. Okay, we're going to do a little bit more stamping on the inside piece of your card. So this one says, where's my stamp? You make everything better. So I'm going to use my early espresso ink. Look how much we're doing with just a couple of colors tonight. And stamp my words right there. All right, so you can start to see where this is going. We've got "You're just like," cookies, you make everything better. Let's assemble our card. All right, the first thing we're going to do is attach our white die cut shape to the red, what is this? Scallop, to the scallop rectangle. So just grab whatever adhesive you want, either Stampin' Seal or some liquid glue, tear and tape, whatever you have handy. And we're going to attach that to the red piece. Like so. Flip it, press it. Oh, Stephanie, thank you for letting me know. Okay, she said in her kit that whatever I'd asked about, if it wasn't in the packet, and she said it was. So that's awesome. And Ashley learned something new tonight about bundles. Good. Even you guys who know a lot, you're learning a few new things. All right, this is really a fun technique. So watch what we're going to do. Take your early espresso cookie cut out, your die cut, and let's attach it first. Again, little tiny dabs of glue, little tiny dabs. It's going to be plenty to hold this. You don't want it to gush out, so you really do want to use small amounts if you're using liquid glue. And we're going to attach that right to the center of the white piece. One thing that's nice about using liquid glue is you can wiggle your piece around. If you like put it down and it's not quite straight, you have a little bit of time to reposition it. Okay, that is cute as it is, but what we're going to do is take the red one, go ahead and put your little tiny dabs of glue on it. Little bit of glue on the back of red cookies. Okay, now you're going to line it up over the brown one, but just take it a teeny bit off center, and it gives the coolest effect, almost like it has the little shadow behind it. So my red one is down and a little to the right of the brown one. And you can see how great that looks. All right, now don't worry about that dot on the eye missing. I promise we're going to pay attention to that. Okay, let's flip our red piece over and grab your dimensionals. You should have some more in that packet or some left over from your first card. And I'm going to put one in each corner. When you get to the very end of your dimensionals, I use every little piece of it, even though this isn't a whole one. So, you know, you got to be thrifty. All right, I need another one. You may have white dimensionals in your packet or black. It doesn't matter. As I mentioned earlier, I had lots of black ones left, especially from my Halloween projects. And my white ones were used up. They are on order and getting delivered this week. So you've got your dimensionals on the back of the red piece, and we're just going to center this onto your stamped cookie piece. Kind of eyeball your edges. Oops. Eyeball your edges all around, your margins. And once you think you have it about right, what you saw me do right there is I just lined up my card on my grid paper. So now I know my card is straight, and that helps me have better luck with getting this straight. Grid paper is a great thing. The grid paper is also in our catalog. You can stamp on any kind of scrap paper, obviously, but the grid paper does have some nice features to it. All right, you guys doing okay? I want to tell you, as I'm working on this card, that if all of a sudden things kind of freeze up, this is what happened last month. It's because my phone may start to die, and when I plug it in, the whole system like freezes up for a second and then it starts up again. So don't freak out if that happens. I freaked out last month. I'm like, what is happening? But that's all it was. So in case I have to plug my phone in, that's why. All right, take that cookie cutout, and I put a little bit of glue on the back of it, and it's going to go right there on your white piece. And then we're going to put our little banner on. If you have the small dimensionals, you're going to want to go ahead and use those. I'm looking for mine. I had them out at one point. If you have big ones, you might want to cut them into smaller pieces. Okay, you guys can probably see them, and they're right underneath my nose, but I'm not seeing them. So here we go. I'm going to put 3. 2 will work. 3 might be overkill, but these are the small ones, so I'm going to use 3. Put a couple dimensionals on the back of your banner. And this is going to go right above your die cut words. You're just like cookies. All right, I'll show you where we're headed, but we're going to do one more detail on here. This is going to go onto the folded card like so. Our stamped piece is going to go on the inside like so. I'm going to go ahead and put that in. I'm right here. Let's just do it. Same thing. Use your favorite adhesive. If you're using liquid glue, a little goes a long way. All right, in the comment box, type if you have a real tree this year or are getting a real tree, maybe if you're doing a real one, you don't have it yet, or if you have an artificial tree, but artificial is a long word to type, so just type fake. So everybody in your box type real or fake. Let's see what you guys are doing with your Christmas trees this year. All right, now we'll go ahead and attach this piece to the front, and then we'll put our final touches on here. In your packet, if you got a packet from me, and if you did not get a packet, reach in your supplies for your rhinestones. We're going to need rhinestones next. Just the clear rhinestone basic gems. Oh, we got fake pre-lit. Fake pre-lit. Mine's fake too. Taja has a real one. Taja, do you already have it? I bet your house smells good. I have to use all the fake things to make my house smell like pine. Okay, we've got the front of our card. Let's just finish this up with some rhinestones. Now, you may have a variety of sizes in your packet. And the card I'm going to show you at the end is even a little bit different. I'm going to use a little bit larger rhinestone first. You need two that are the same size. All right, so pick any two that you have that are the same size. And those are going to go right here in the little scoop part of your white shape. Cute. All right, and then if you have one that is smaller, and I do, I've got a little small size one here, if I could pick it up. And it is going to become the dot to your eye, like so. Cute, right? And there's something about the red and the brown. I don't know, the pink and the brown looked so good. The red and the brown looks so good. Super simple card, but when you put it together with a few different die cuts and some little embellishments, it really comes to life. So that's our second card. How did you do? All right, let me see. I've got some, I was looking to see if we had any other real trees. Ashley needs one of these picker things. This is called a take your pick tool. It has interchangeable tips on both ends, so there's multiple things that this tool does. But yes, you saw me put my rhinestones on with there. I also use it to peel the backing off my tear and tape, which I usually can't grab with my fingers. All right, here we go. We're going to play our second game of bingo. And all the numbers are back in the bag, and the first number is 17. I think we had 17 last game. Number 17. Remember, in the box, type the B when you get the first matching letter, and then when you get a second matching letter, type B and I. Thanks, Patsy. Patsy's stamping along with me tonight. I know she got a packet. Me too, Cheryl. Cheryl says now she wants a Mrs. Fields cookie. Me too. All right, the second number, and Sandy. Okay, everybody wants one. Somebody needs to order them and have them delivered. Number 21, 17 and 21. Be sure and type once you have matches. Cecilia has a B. Hey, no surprise there, Cecilia. Cecilia is a lucky person. All right, the next number is 3. We have 17, 21, and 3. We do have one more. Oh, I didn't tell you what the prize. The prize for this second game of bingo I'm actually going to give you a choice because I know we have some people who are watching that aren't crafters yet. They're just still learning. So the prize is this complete set of 12 by 12 paper called Peaceful Prints. I will give you a quick peek at, they're all 12 by 12. These ones are just cut down because I'm already using them in projects. But they are Cherry Cobbler, Sahara Sand, look at the reindeer, Garden Green, there's plaid trees, there's green with little specks, there's the deer with the buffalo check and buffalo check paper on the back, and the green snowflakes and another green pine print. So this whole brand new pack of 12 by 12 paper, which cannot be purchased or earned because this was a previous promotion, is going to our winner. If our winner does not want the paper, they can opt for a $10 Target gift card instead. All right, we've got some bees. Yes, Cheryl, that is great paper. I totally agree. Number 25 is our next number, 17, 21, 3, and 25. All right. I'm looking. We just have some bees. That's it so far. Just have some bees. The next number is 2. So we have 17, 21, 3, 25, and 2. Evelyn. Oh, and Laura. Okay, we've got some B-I, B-I-N, B-I-N. Lucky, lucky. Number 10. We have a couple of B-I-Ns. Evelyn, is your friend Judy here tonight? I haven't seen her comment. I know she's your friend and neighbor, and you've been sharing your new love of stamping with her. The next number is 18. B-I-N, B-I-N. Okay, a couple B-I-Ns. The next one is 14. We have a few new B's. We have one B-I-N-G. Awesome. All right, the next number is 24. Gosh, I feel like some of these numbers were picked in the first game. I would have to go back and look. B-I-N. All right, we got some B-I-Ns. We have one B-I-N-G. All right, we're going to keep going. We have number 13 next, number 13. Number 13, B, B-I, B-I-N, another B-I-N. Excellent. 22. We have number 22. Okay, I'm starting to watch close. We have at least 2 B-I-N-Gs. So the next number could do it. Okay, 22, B-I-N, B-I-N, another B-I-N. Okay, excellent. We've got B-I from a few people. Number 5 is next. Number 5. Oh, a few new people are in. B-I, B-I, B-I. We have B-I-N, B-I-N. I think still 2 B-I-N-Gs. And let's see here. All right. Evelyn has bingo. I see Evelyn first. Was anybody before Evelyn? Okay, I tell you, Evelyn, Cecilia, some of you ladies are lucky. Oh, that's so fun. Okay. Let me wait and see if anybody else has a bingo on this game. I'll make a note. Evelyn, congratulations. And Evelyn, you can put in the comment box if you want the paper or the gift card. The gift card is to Target. I know you're new at stamping, and so you might want the paper. You can let me know. Let's check the numbers. Here we go. Evelyn has 5, 10, 17, 21, and 25. Yep, that's a bingo. Awesome. Okay, and she'll take the paper. I will make note. All right, ladies, we are going to wrap this up with our third card. And our final game of bingo. I am going to, in the interest of being worried about my phone dying, I think I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. The only problem is I have to unplug my microphone, so the sound might be a little bit less clear. But I really don't want this to die. Okay, here we go with our third card. This time you're going to grab your black cardstock, and it is still the same size. So it this one is actually goes the other way. So this one is 4 1/4 by 11, and it's scored down the middle because our card is going to open this way. So this is a different way to do your card, all right? And then you have a piece of designer paper, and this piece is cut 4 inches by 5 1/4, and it is going to get attached to the base, but don't do it quite yet, okay? We're gonna do something, a ribbon trick to this one, where it will actually save you ribbon instead of using a lot of inches of your ribbon. Okay, so that's gonna go like that. You have a piece of Highland Heather cardstock, a scrap. So what you'll need to do right now, if you're creating along with me, is grab your chocolate die and run that through your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine so that you get a die cut of chocolate. While you're doing that, I'm going to show this one last time in case you need my store website, in case you need the host code for checkout, a reminder tomorrow only, free shipping on orders $50 or more in the subtotal, and also the codes for tonight's products. If you really like this stamp set and want to make that your first purchase or your purchase for now, if you're not new, but you don't have this yet, and you want to know what other things that you might need to get with it besides that D block or some ink pads, you can let me know, text or email me, and we'll make sure that you get all set up so that you can place your order tomorrow and take advantage of the free shipping. All right, so now you have your word chocolate die cut out of that scrap. All right, so we're gonna take this small white piece, I believe it's 2 by 3 inches, and we're gonna use a black ink pad on this one. And we're going to use some of the words that we used before tonight. So we're gonna start this one with "you're just like." I'm gonna get it clean because I used a different color on it before. We're gonna stamp "you're just like." I was just checking the comments to see if I had any questions to answer. Go ahead and stamp that at the very top of that piece of cardstock. All right, "you're just like." And then we're using "you make everything better," just like we did on our cookie card. So ink that up with your black ink pad. And this is gonna go about halfway down, maybe a teeny bit more, teeny bit lower than halfway, and over to the right side. Okay, about like that. Ooh, mine is really blurry. I'm gonna restamp that. Okay, so if you need to, you just flip it over. I wanna make sure something's not funky with this. Nope, it's fine, it was me. All right, so I'm gonna stamp that again. I must have totally wiggled. There, that's much better. And then I need to put my words on there. All right, now we're gonna take the outline of the chocolates stamp. So that's the one that looks like this. And this one is gonna go at the very bottom center, like so. Okay, that's pretty fast. All right, the next thing you're gonna do is take your Highland Heather ink pad and the centers of the chocolate. Now you have a decision to make at this point. You can either ink your Stamp Up and use it full strength, which is gonna make your chocolates a little bit more darker purple, or you can ink your stamp it on scratch paper first, and then into your chocolates, and then you're going to have a lighter version of Highland Heather. So that's what I did on mine. All right, so you've got your words, you've got your chocolates, and then I believe in your packet you have you have a piece of white cardstock. This is going to be the inside of our card. And because those chocolates are just so cute, let's put those on the inside of our card as well. A lot of times I like to put something on the inside of the card. I don't always. All right, and same process. I'm going to stamp my Highland Heather off on some scratch paper and then on the insides. Don't those look good? It makes me want to. Now we have to have cookies and C's candy. See what this is leading to? Okay, the stamping is done on this. The die cutting is done. All we have to do is assemble. So here we go. Can you guys still hear me okay? Somebody let me know. I told you I had to unplug my microphone in order to plug my power cord in. It all goes into the same spot. Well, at least you're not telling me that you can't hear me, so we must be okay. All right, let's go ahead and attach this to the inside of the card. So a little bit of adhesive. Me too, Sandy. I wanted to get to C's candy. Thank you, Cheryl. Okay, you guys can still hear me. I do think it's better with my little lapel mic, but I didn't want it to die. We're almost done. All right, so you're gonna take the inside white panel and go ahead and attach that inside your black cardstock. I like a black card base. I think this looks really fun. All right, then you also in your packet, or if you're preparing on your own, you need another piece of designer paper. This was actually, in this case, the flip side of that one. And this piece is let's see, the white piece was 2 by 3. This one is 2.5 by 3. And what we're gonna do with this, you're gonna put some adhesive, decide, okay, this is how it's gonna go. This is gonna go on the card, and then I want this design. I don't want the same design. So pick a coordinating paper that's going to go here, and I'm just gonna put my adhesive on here and attach it to the front of this piece. Now it's gonna go pretty much centered, maybe a little lower, but it's gonna go at a little angle. Maybe like, you don't have to be too worried about it. Don't be too picky. Just commit. Put the glue on, commit. Okay, like so. Then our stamped piece is going to get attached, and you're gonna put it right over it. See how it just kind of peeks out behind? I love that look. Now see, that's where my mistake was, and it totally doesn't matter. It's getting glued down. No one but you all will know. All right, so it's gonna go, I want mine to go right there. All right, so now you've got your words, the piece with the words attached. All right, so I think what we'll do is go ahead and put our little die cut on there. So grab your Highland Heather chocolate. Where's mine? Okay, so grab this guy. And this is going to go kind of at an angle right there. See, doesn't that look artsy? I told you you could do it. See, I always guarantee success on these projects. Everybody can do this. Just learn a few of the basic steps. And what we coach all the time, and all of us who have been crafting practice, is the CASE method. CASE, C-A-S-E, stands for copy and share everything. And we do. There is like nothing wrong with seeing a card or a project that you like and just copying it. If you like, you can change things up, change the colors, change the papers, make it your own. But there's nothing wrong with casing a project. Highly encouraged. All right, so we've got that on there. Now I'll show you our ribbon trick. Instead of wrapping, we're going to take your gingham, black and white gingham. Instead of having enough ribbon to wrap all the way around the card, we are going to get by with only, I think you have about 6 inches of ribbon. You do. So this is going to get laid on the front of your card. Now, if you have multiple kinds of adhesive and one of them is tape, go ahead and grab your tape. If you only have liquid glue or Stampin' Seal, that's fine. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this where I want it and lay it down on my surface. And then I'm going to grab my Terran tape. I'm going to just fold this little edge down and stick it in place. I'm afraid I wiggled, so I'm going to make sure that this is straight before I tape the other side. Make sure it's straight. And then tape the other side down. If you're part of my stamp club, we do this ribbon trick all the time because we really just saved a couple inches of ribbon here, and we're also not tying a bow. So we saved several inches by not tying a bow. All right, so now you've got your gingham ribbon across the front like that. Super cute. Now, because we already have tape here, it's very efficient to just add a little bit more tape. And we're going to use this to go ahead and seal this to the front of the card. All of this part that we're doing now could be done with the liquid glue. This would need to dry for maybe a moment before, so it doesn't keep popping up. But otherwise you could do it with your liquid glue. All right, now you're gonna see me reach for my take your pick tool again, because it's very easy to pick at this backing paper. You don't have to get the corner and try to coax it to come up. It just pokes under there and peels up really easily. Okay, so now this piece is going to get centered on the front of our black card base. Make sure you have the card going the right direction. If it was upside down, that would become a problem. All right, and we're gonna just kind of look at the margins, eyeball it, and go for it. I love the black and the Highland Heather. I think these colors are super pretty. There's a chance that in your packet you had an alternate, and I will show you that one at the end. And then I'm also going to show you a handful of other cards that I have made with this stamp set. And oh my gosh, you're going to love them. Wait until you see the whole card parade here at the end. Okay, take your white baker's twine now. And you're just going to put it right in the middle of your gingham ribbon. And all we're going to do is tie it in a knot. All right, so it's kind of, oh, I'm sliding it back and forth, trying to find the middle. And I'm gonna actually pull it tight so it kind of cinches the ribbon. I think that looks really cool. Pull it really tight and then go ahead and it's up to you. If you don't like making bows, go ahead and just tie a knot. I have enough length here. I think I provided you with enough that if you want to try to tie a tiny bow with your twine, you can do that. Cheryl, I am a big caser too. I case lots of things. And you know, when you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you're always looking for new ideas, it's fun because you can watch what other demonstrators are doing, case their ideas, maybe change them up a little bit. Okay, there's my bow, not too shabby. Trim up the ends. And again, if you want to just make that a knot, leave short little tails and go ahead and trim that. And the last thing we're going to do to spice this up a little is add some rhinestones. And this card, I used the 2021 to 2023 in Color Jewels. So these colors that are represented here are actually around for 2 years. You should have some little colored rhinestones in your packet if you got a packet. And let's do 3. So I'm going to pick kind of a, oh, these ones here are kind of purplish. They're actually the fresh freesia color, but they look purple right now to me. So I'm going to put one up here on my designer paper and a second one over here. And a third one. 3 odd numbers are good, so 3s, 5s, 7s when you're doing your embellishments, just kind of sprinkled around, and look at how adorable that is. You're just like chocolate, you make everything better. All right, I am going to reach for all of the other cards that I have to show you tonight, and we're gonna whip right through those and then play our final game of bingo. And we'll play our last game for that Target gift card. That would come in handy this time of year. Oh, let me show you the second one. This is the other color combination. This one is not Highland Heather. This is Fresh Freesia, but I had different paper on this one. I don't know if perhaps some of the packets went out with this. And then this is Fresh Freesia ribbon instead. But most of you probably did this one with me tonight. All right. Okay, you ready? Here we go. I wish we had a drum roll. This is so fun. All right. There's this one, which is similar to our cookie one, the same layout. Looks like I need some adhesive on there. With some different colors. This is Pear Pizzazz, So Saffron, and I think Coastal Cabana or Bermuda Bay. Oh, I remember why. This does not need adhesive. Okay, you ready for it? This is an easel card. See, this was popping up. I forgot. All right, so what this card does is it slides open like this and then sits up. Oh my goodness. Super cute. And again, it's all from stamps from this stamp set. All right, there's that one. That's an easel card. There's this one, which I love these colors as well. That random little cup print all over. Today is a coffee kind of day. The coffee is die cut. This one was super fast and easy. Just shades of colored cardstock in the same color family and just black ink all over in a random print. A little tag and some embellishments if you have them. It doesn't even really need it. This could be done in a rainbow of colors, like super easy. Just one color of ink. This one, oh, I'm getting oohs and ahs. Okay, awesome, you guys. Stinking cute card. So cute. This one was done with the brick embossing folder to give all that yummy texture. And then some blending brush to give that little blue shadow. Today's plan, consume coffee and be awesome. Our next card I had two of the same one in the stack, sorry. Oh, our next one, this is like a monochromatic color. Some designer paper here, our random little coffee cups. This is so fast. Ladies, you could do this card, you could do a bunch of these in one little afternoon or evening. Here it is in another color. Ah, I don't know which one I like better. Do I have another one? No. I'm picturing it in blue, in purple. Everything we did tonight is basically on this card. The ribbon trick, some die cuts, random stamping. Sandy loves the brick background. I know. Me too. And this one was really fun with the blending brushes to create that shaded background. That started out as white cardstock, and the blending brushes were used on that. And then the word cocktails is a die cut, and then I hand cut the little shadow at a black cardstock. Today's plan, consume cocktails because adulting is hard. I have two more to show you. It's the same card done in different colors, but I love the plaid and the simplicity of this card. So much you can do. These die cuts are part of the die set. All right, ladies, it's time for our last game of bingo. Good luck to all of you. I am shaking up the numbers, and the first number is 14. Number 14. The next number is 5. Be sure and type in when you get matching numbers. I will put all of our completed cards out for you to see. Oh my goodness, so much fun. All right, we've got some B's. All right, good luck, good luck. Number 12. Number 12. So we have 14, 5, 12, 4. And we still have B's so far. BI, we've got BI. Number 9, we have not had number 9. I don't know if we had number 4 tonight yet either. Maybe we did. Number 9 is the next one. Some more BI's. BI, BI. Number 20. Thank you again, everybody, for supporting me, for tuning in, for playing. It is just so much fun to do this with you guys. All right, the next number is 16. I mentioned earlier our next, or if I didn't, our next Stampin' Bingo will be in February. At this time, I don't have one planned for January, but I might. I know how to get a hold of you all if I plan a January one. But for sure, Tuesday, February 15th, so it's the night after Valentine's, so you can sit and eat your chocolates while we play bingo that night. All right, I've got BIN, lots of BIs, BIN. On the 15th of February, eat chocolate, play bingo, stamp. 25. Number 8. So when we started out tonight, I was thinking, okay, if we can do under 2 hours. Last time we were 2 hours. BIN, BING. We have at least one BING. My goal was to be under 2 hours. And so far it looks like we're making it. I had to speed up a little bit and not die cut everything, but I think that worked out okay. Some of you gals who are on the East Coast, my goodness, it gets late for you. Number 7. Okay, I'm watching closely now. We've got lots of BIs, lots of BIs, a BIN, I think only one BING right now. 7 is the latest number. If you have any questions or you want more help in your stamping and crafting, that is what I'm here for. So don't be afraid to reach out. Okay, we got some more BIs, BI. The next number is 1. Number 1. I still have room in Stamp Club, and we begin Stamp Club the second Tuesday of January. I have a 10 a.m. class and a 6 p.m. class. If you would like to commit to Stamp Club in 2022, please let me know. I have a few spots left that I can fill. BI. I'm also in 2022 going to be doing some virtual parties. So if people want to have stamp parties and invite their friends and collect orders, I'll be doing the demonstrations online on Facebook Live for them. That will be a fun addition in 2022. Okay, number 24. Don't get confused because I said the date 2022, but that wasn't the number. So we got number 1 got picked, number 24 just got picked, and we don't have a bingo yet, but we have lots of BI and BIN, and still only one BING. All right, number 11. Number 11. Number 11. Anybody got 11? It looked like 1 and 24 didn't change a lot of things. Let's see. Oh, 11. Okay, some of you have 11. BIN. All right, there's more people getting close. Number 18. Number 18. BIN. Number 21. Did that do it for anybody? Oh, we have a second BING. Okay, we're getting super close. BING. All right, so far at this moment, I have Cheryl with BING and Patsy with BING. Lots of BIN. So let's see what happens here in the next number or two. I'm watching. Some more BINs came in. I know, your fingers are crossed, like, come on, pick my numbers. 23. Number 23. Still no winner. There's still a chance. Number 19. Let's see if we have anybody with 19. If that does it. BIN. We still have BING. Look how many numbers we've drawn. My bag is getting empty. All right, number 6. I'm watching the comment box really close. BIN. Next number is 22. BING. All right, we got another 1 or 2 people that have BING. Okay, still. Oh, Patsy. Wait, Patsy has bingo. Let me go back and double check my comments. All right, I think that is a win for Patsy. Let's check your numbers, Patsy. Awesome, congratulations. Okay, let's see. Okay, Patsy, where's your numbers? Here we go. Patsy has 5, 9, 11, 18, and 22. Yep, that's a bingo. Congratulations, Patsy. I will put your gift card into the mail inside your thank you note for playing. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope that you loved this tonight, and will tell your friends about it so that we can keep the group growing. The more people that join into Stamp and Bingo Night, the better the prizes will become. So, and be sure to remember that tomorrow is the day to place an order. If it's $50 or more, you'll get free shipping. If you're placing a smaller order or you're not ready to do it tomorrow, that's fine. You can still place your order at my stamp store. And if you have any questions, I am here to help. Taja, thank you. You had so much fun tonight. Excellent. Okay, you guys are the best. All right, good night, Evelyn. I know it's almost midnight in Massachusetts. Thank you all so much, and I will see you next time.